Hi, and welcome to Double Helix Lessons from CSIRO. Today I'm going to take you through the student view, which will show you how fun and engaging the lessons can be for your students. I'll be using the Natural Disasters module, which is available as a free trial on our website, so you can follow this along yourselves on your own later. The first thing the students will do is meet Sky and Rocky and their friend Kevin the chameleon, and to get them interested in the topic of natural disasters.
Sky, did you know there are volcanoes in Australia and that one of them recently erupted?
Really? This isn't like the time you were trying to convince me that Chameleon Kevin flew to the moon, is it?
No, this is for real. Check it out. I just read about it in Double Helix magazine.
The students can then read the article from Double Helix magazine, or if they'd prefer, they can just listen to the audio, which will take them through where that volcano is in Australia and when it erupted. Now we have Rockies Animation, which explains a little bit more about what the students can expect to see when there is a natural disaster. Rocky has developed this animation to cover bushfires, volcanoes, floods, and hurricanes. The student can click on one of the natural disasters to see the types of impact that natural disaster will cause. So this is a bushfire, which you can see the flames starting to develop. The sky is starting to go a little bit dark with the smoke coming through, and then there'll be ember drops, which explains one of the other dangers of a bushfire, even if it doesn't come that close. Once the students have explored those animations and got a little bit more information about what makes a natural disaster, they can do this poll, which will explain the options and take the students through to vote on what they think might be a natural disaster. There is a lot of hands-on activities in the Double Helix lessons, which helps bring to life some of the theory and concepts that might be a little bit difficult to understand. And there's no better way to do that than with chocolate. So in this activity, we take a chocolate bar with some nougat, caramel, and an outer crust of chocolate to explain the Earth's layers. The students can pick up, drag and drop the various labels to see if they've got right what each element represents. And they can work through this with their students or with a real chocolate bar. And you can see I've got that wrong. The teacher can bring this back to them once it's submitted to say no. The outer layer is the crust with chocolate. We have the mantle with the caramel and the core with the nougat. And then you can answer some questions about the activity and how it reflects the sorts of theory that we've already been taken to. And then that will be submitted to the teacher. There's another activity that will take you through building a rain gauge. The beauty of this activity is that the students can actually take this home and then measure rainfall over a number of days. It may be that the first day there was 5 mils, then there was 2, and then there was none. You can then graph this rainfall here, where on day 1 we had 3 mils. On day 2 we might have had 5 mils, and on day 3 we had none. And so they also get that mathematical element where they're looking at graphing their activity. There are crosswords that will take you through how to answer questions through this sort of fun activity, and there are many other types of assessment tools, so self-assessment and quizzes that can be submitted to the teacher, and you can track how they're performing with their activities. Double Helix lessons will also introduce you to real scientists. These help explain where a scientist might learn about science, what professions they can have through their science education, and that there are real-life applications for the work that they're doing. Here we meet Dr. Victoria Miller, who is a volcanologist.
Hi Victoria, I'm looking for someone to help me find out more about natural disasters. Can you help me?
Hi, yeah, certainly hope so. I'm a volcanologist, so my background is actually in studying volcanoes, things like why they erupt and how we can monitor them to see when they might erupt. In my past, I've worked in research, teaching, and even in emergency management, so helping communities learn to live more safely with natural hazards. Here in my current job, I work in a team to try and better understand natural hazards like earthquakes and volcanoes and the impacts that they have on people so that we can try and help people live more safely.
So Dr. Victoria Miller now takes us through the rest of the natural disasters modules to explain how her work works. And then right at the end, there is some just for fun, which means that the students can extend and build on their knowledge with some fun quizzes and activities. For example, what sort of natural disaster are you? There are so many fun and engaging elements through these student views. Check out more videos on our website for these, plus the teacher tools that will help you use Double Helix lessons. Thanks for listening.